Good morning from Panhandle Outdoors, America's only daily outdoor TV show. Your source for fishing, hunting, and information for folks who enjoy the great outdoors. Now sit back, relax. It's Panhandle Outdoors.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to Panhandle Outdoors. I'm Winston Chester. Glad you're here this Thursday morning. I know all of y'all are trying to finish up on your Christmas shopping along with me, so we'll hopefully get it done soon. But let's relax and enjoy today's show. Our weather brought to us by, of course, Haney Technical Center and good folks over there at the technical school we have here in this area. Bay County's some of the finest kids around go to that technical school. We're looking at a high today of 56, low of 39. Water temperature dropped a degree yesterday down to 62 degrees. So it's on the way down. Looks like river readings brought to us by Mountain Dew. Check it outside with Mountain Dew. We're looking at the Appalachian School of Bluntstown, 4.1. And the Choctaw Carabel of 6.9. They got some movement on both of them, and it looks like it's going to be a good weekend to fish in the river. It's going to be nice and cool, and some good catfish will be caught. Tide chart brought to us by Ken Forest Lawn. We mentioned yesterday, got a little bit of a tide today, but the next couple of days will be some real flat tide. Today's high tide will be 1:15 this morning. We just had a high tide. It's going out now. It's going to be at 10:58. It'll be the low tide. Right around 11 o'clock this morning, and then it'll be coming in. It'll be high at 7. As it's coming in, it's going to hit that northeast wind at about 10. So it's not going to come in very far. So there'll be some really shallow water up in the bay systems. It's going to be sunny, but it's not going to be. It's just going to be that windy area in the north, coming out of the northeast. So be aware of that. Let's take a quick break, and we'll be right back. Welcome back. And I know y'all noticed I put 2 sheets here now so it have Merry Christmas. So that's better than yesterday, twice as better. Let's catch up with some of our friends down at Cape Sandblast, our good loyal viewers, Bo and Pat. Hey, Winston, this is Bo and Pat on the Cape. We finally have iPhones, so I wanted to send you a few pictures. The first one is our antler tree. I'm going to show you the picture of this antler tree. This is cool. And then we'll go on and say our hunting places in South Carolina. The second one is our son Travis, who went to Ohio, and he's been only hunting 3 years, and he's hunting with a bow. This is his 3rd deer. He also got a doe. The third photo is our son Kirk, and also got his buck and a doe. He has been hunting for a while. Have a blessed Christmas and New Year. Great to hear from y'all, and I'm going to show you the pictures. Bo and Pat have always been good loyal viewers. Look at this antler tree. Now, is that not cool? Just put them up on a sign and say welcome. That looks good right there. And then there's the two boys here. Let's see. Get them on them up here. That's a nice buck coming out of Ohio. Oh, wow. That's 2 nice bucks. Good job, Bo and Pat. I know y'all are proud of that. Okay, jumping to another subject. We're going to get back into deer hunting in a minute, but we're going to share that interview with Larry. But I was riding by yesterday, saw this construction that, we all know about retaining ponds, and they do all kinds of things. At first, they just dug a big old hole and made retaining ponds. The purpose of it is slow the flow of sediments. Everything sort of settle down, and it's good. It's really good for the environment. Well, but a lot of times they to me, when we got a big old chain link fence around them, they sort of ugly and all that. But now, over the years, I noticed yesterday, people are planting like cypress trees and making them look more natural. And I thought, what a brilliant idea. I know they've been doing it, but I see more and more of it now. Cypress and juniper, because these trees basically grow in the water. If you go down to the river, go up in these sloughs, all you're going to see is cypress trees, and most of them are out in the water. So it would be cool if all the retaining ponds in this area, in the Florida Panhandle, would have just cypress and juniper trees in them. So I want to hats off to the folks who are doing that. They're taking care of our environment and giving a lot more beauty there, because the water will filter better with the roots and all in it. So good deal on that. Okay, let's take a break. We'll come back and get set up our video. All right, welcome back. One more quick picture before we get into the video. This one's special too. All of them are special, but this is goes way back. This is Julie Buttram Gaby, and I knew Julie when she was in elementary school up in Quincy. Married a young man from Wakulla County, Scott, and they've been in Crawfordville, Wakulla County, their whole grown life, raised their 3 kids there. And Julie never been a hunter, never been an outdoorsman. And she said, not bad for an old woman on a Sunday afternoon in North Florida, bring on a jerky. Here's a picture of it here. Now, this is classic, okay, because the story, I love these stories behind it. Because she, like I said, she was not a hunter. So I sent her a message, hey, Julie, I'm proud of you. This will definitely make Panhandle Outdoors this week. And so she sent back, Winston, Started late in life, tagging along with your spouse, sort of, if you can't beat them, join them. Now you got both. I joined them and I beat them. So good job, Julie Buttram. I'm really proud of you for taking a big buck, and so glad you're joining outdoors with your husband, Scott. I know y'all have a beautiful place down there. Stan Kirkland's a good friend with him and all, and spent some time down there with him. Okay, our video now. We talked about it yesterday. Got a video coming in on one of my early videos I did when I first started the show years ago. And I wanted to get this done. I wanted to have it documented because he's never done an interview with anyone. And he's very reclusive. And Larry, of course, did it for me because our moms were sisters. That's our kin. So we've known each other since we were kids. Was a walk, I guess. So Larry's a good outdoorsman. You can see by all the stuff he has on the wall and everything. So we're going to roll this interview, and it's a good interview. It's really a classic interview as far as a buck that's been a state record in any state for 42 years. So Jeff, let's roll this interview here. Okay, folks, so today we're out way back in the woods. We're here with Larry Furr. Larry? Known Larry a long time, since we were kids. We know him real well because our mothers are sisters, and I'm proud to call him a cousin. He's distinguished himself in the Florida outdoors because he is the owner of the Florida State Record buck. Larry, I say we're way back in the woods. Tell us sort of where we are. Which county are we in?
We're in Liberty County.
Liberty County, but right on the edge of
Gaston County.
Gaston County, and you're listed in the Quincy phone book.
We got a Quincy address and a Greensboro phone number.
Okay, so we don't really know where he is, but he's part of both counties and two communities. What's going to be remarkable about today's story is that although we're way back in the woods, all the things you see that we're going to see today will be harvested by Larry within probably how close to this house?
Within 10 miles.
Within 10 miles of this house over the past 30 years. This state record buck, amazingly, has been the state record for right at 30 years. Real quick, Larry, tell us about this thing.
Well, my understanding is just an old log cart wheel that they used oxens to pull logs out to make cross ties for the railroad 100 years ago.
Yeah, some of our ancestors used this because we found it right down here.
Right here.
Right down.
Property, yeah.
Right down lower end of the property on the creek. So what we're going to do now, folks, we're going to go inside Larry's home and just take a look at some of these outstanding trophies. Okay, folks, we're coming inside and we're in the living room, and of course the first thing that strikes you is looking over here in the corner. This mantle right above the fireplace is an amazing display of turkey beards and deer horns. And Larry, I guess you have harvested each one of these, right?
Yes, sir.
Well, tell us, let's start with all these turkey beards. Where do they all come from?
They all came locally within a few miles of the house.
Within a few miles of the house. Now, we were talking, a lot of times you'd sort of, on the way to work, you'd just sort of stop off and...
Yeah, I got up early and was able to go turkey hunting before I went to work. Most times I'd make it there on time. Sometimes I'd be a little late.
He'd call in work, and they sort of understand, well, you being outdoorsman, you're going to be a few minutes late.
That's right.
Have some understanding bosses.
Sure did.
Up in the corner, we got some rattlesnake, but where did they come from?
They all came locally too. I used to ride dirt bikes and just I run up on a lot of them out riding.
Okay. That's a nice collection. Now, on the mantle itself, I'm looking, first of all, right in the center, I noticed one thing about all three of these horns, you sort of got a unique display. You sort of, they're all 8 points. The one in the center.
Yeah, he's the smallest one I've ever killed, smallest 8 point.
That's an 8 point there. And then over here to the left, what do you have?
They started getting a little bigger.
Okay, that's also an 8 point.
A little better genetics.
Okay. And then as we scan all the way down on the far end of the mantle, you have
it's one of the bigger ones.
That's a large 8 point. What's so neat about it, all three of these horns are 8 points, and it just shows you the diversity, different size 8 points you could have on it. Okay, folks, this is what you've been waiting for. We talked about the state record buck, and this is it right here. Larry, this is a massive, massive deer. Can you sort of tell us about where it was? You don't have to give exact location, sort of.
Well, he was killed on a local farm.
Okay.
Within 5 or 10 miles here.
Okay. And we're talking about what, the winter of 1977?
Yeah.
And for the end of hunt season, he was in full rut, I assume.
Yes.
And you sort of felt like he was in that area?
Yeah. He'd been seen there a time or two, yeah.
Been seen a time or two, and he back in a field, at the edge of a swamp.
In a soybean field, really.
Well, tell us that day what you did. You sort of, I know you got excited about going to that place. You knew there was a big buck in there.
Yeah.
So what happened?
Well, I just kind of stopped being excited when I saw him. It was.
You saw, was he standing up down in the field, or?
Well, actually, excuse me, I had passed the deer and didn't see him. And when I got to the other end of the field and looked back, I realized I just past the deer. He was there all the time.
You mean you walked past him?
Yeah.
You know, people always talk about how smart a buck is, and there's probably nothing telling how many people and hunters that walked past him over the years.
Yeah, he was just hid in a fence row. And
Right.
he walked, many people walked by him because he had a lot of bird shot in him. A lot of, when we skinned him, yeah. Been shot lots of times.
So he walked by him, and then he sort of turned around, and he stood up or something, or?
And he was just standing there like a monster.
He was standing there the whole time?
Yeah. I
So-
just didn't see him.
So tell us what you did then.
Well, I got up enough nerve eventually to shoot.
But did he start running from you or what?
No,
He just
never ran.
stood. He stood there.
He stood right there.
About how far away were you?
Probably 90 yards.
90 yards. And what kind of gun did you have?
Shooting a 30-06 Remington.
30-06. And we talk about that gun, of course, making a comeback now, but at that point in time, that was a top gun for.
Yeah.
Do you have a scope?
No, iron sight.
Open sights. And you hadn't fed the deer or anything like that. This is just about pure hunting, and the shot of 30-06, the state record.
Poor boy hunting.
Poor boy hunting. How many shots what happened on the first shot?
I missed.
He then started running?
No,
He stood there.
still stood there.
What happened on the second shot?
It was so quick he didn't have time to run. I hit him.
Was it a lever action?
Uh-uh.
Just automatic?
Semi-automatic.
Semi-automatic. Okay.
But I was quick enough that I recovered him enough that I got him before he left.
Now, when you shot him, did he just drop down there? Or?
Right there. Never moved.
You knew it was a big buck then?
Yes, sir.
And then when you walked up to him, and I guess you walked up to him next, and
Yeah.
what happened then?
Had a little regret.
Did you?
A little sorry I shot him, yeah.
I guess
At the moment.
it's such a magnificent animal, and
That's right.
I think all hunters sort of go through that, just looking at the magnificent animal, and then I guess you realize how huge it was.
That feeling didn't last but just a minute.
Yeah.
Then I was proud, yeah.
Very proud.
Yeah.
And you were by yourself? Or,
No, I had a friend with me.
okay. How'd y'all you're laying there, right? It's a big buck, right? I mean,
Yeah.
obviously, how much? Do you have any idea how much it weighed?
Yeah, we had him weighed 224 pounds.
224 pounds.
Yeah.
How'd y'all load him on the truck?
It took both of us, but we were excited. We didn't feel that heavy at the time.
You know, we talk about a real big, heavy bucks and all. When you took him, you had him weighed then? That afternoon?
That night.
That
It was late, yeah.
This is a weekend, right?
Yeah. We carried him to a local meat processor.
Okay. I guess everybody knew he was a big one and all.
Yeah.
Tell us about, now you didn't, really back in the 70s, all the Game and Fish Commission were not measuring big bucks in Florida. That's the early part of the time, were they?
If they were, I was not aware of it.
See, I don't think they were. Then later on, maybe word got out to Tallahassee there's a big buck over here.
Right.
And tell us what happened then.
The Game Commission notified me that they would like to score it, and they sent a biologist down to do the official Boone and Crockett Boone and Crockett scoring on it. Yeah.
And they came out here and measured and everything and all. Did they tell you at that time it was a state record?
No,
They just,
not at the time. They felt like it probably was, but they had to go back and do whatever the paperwork was to get the official ballot, the scoring sheet approved.
Okay, I'm gonna take a little close-up shot of it. Larry's gonna sort of explain to us how they scored it for him. Okay, now we're taking a little close-up. Larry, talk a little bit about this. Is how many points?
14.
A 14-pointer.
When the game commission came in and scored it, well, what are some of the things they tell you when they measured and all?
Well, to start with, you have to have like a 90-day dry out period for the horns to shrink.
Okay.
Once they're through shrinking to their smallest, I guess, is when they do the scoring. And there's requirements through Boone and Crockett that you use particular quarter-inch tape measures, different things to get the correct score.
Okay, I'm getting a close-up on the tines and all. Didn't you say one or two of them had been broken off?
Yeah, it's got a couple over here that's broke on this side. That doesn't come up as sharp as these are.
Now, the official score on this was what?
168 5/8.
168 5/8, and they said if it had not been broken off, probably what would have happened?
Well, it takes 170 to go in the big game record book, the Boone and Crockett record book, and there's never been one out of the state of Florida to make the record book. So he missed it by 1 3/8 inches. There's horns being broke. All of us feel like he probably would have made it.
Folks, you're looking at the state record book, harvested by Larry Furr in the hunting season of 1977. Okay, now we've talked about lightning striking twice. It's incredible to have a state record buck in one living room, but Larry, this, to me now, I swear that buck looks bigger than the one across from it, the state record buck. Tell us a little bit about this one.
Well, I killed him just myself and an old cur dog walking around. That's what I used to do when everybody else watched the Super Bowl. I went hunting.
Now, how far away from your house did you kill him?
Probably 5 or 6 miles.
5, 6. Both these bucks came within, what, 5 or 6 miles of your house?
Yeah, this was on public hunting land.
On public hunting land. What's the score on this one?
And the best I can figure, 148. He's never been officially scored.
He hasn't been officially scored, so we're going to wait and see if anybody breaks that first one, then we're going to score this one, right?
Right.
Well, I just want to congratulate you on just 2 outstanding bucks. One would be a dream of a lifetime, but 2 this in the same area is incredible.
Thank you.
All right, welcome back. Hope you enjoyed that. Like I said earlier, that's an American classic, especially here in the Florida Panhandle. We get an exclusive interview with the person that has a state record. So hope Larry gets to see this on YouTube. Hope you're doing well, my cousin and my friend. Okay, let's move on. Our fishing game time today brought to us by Blue Water Outriggers. We're looking at the time this morning, 6:05 to 8:05 this morning. And we're looking at 629, 829 tonight. Don't forget to run by Blue Water Outriggers, all kind of outdoor gifts and all down there. I do have a couple of other things. We got to get, I want to check this out now. All right, this was from Michael Coward. All right, I'm going to read it to you. A big day for my dad in the Deer Woods. I can't explain how happy and proud I am of him and how much this buck means to us. We've been working very hard, okay, for years now on this property. Remember we talked about how you got to get, it ain't not going out there just shooting one. You got to get the property ready, and Michael and Mark Coward have done this. And because they're surrounded by public land, okay? We lost most of our trees in Hurricane. Dad made a great shot on this 10-point this afternoon. We've been seeing in the cameras on and off. And here it is. Very own Mark Coward. Good job. And a great picture of that, Mark. That's a frame. We got to put up next to all those redfish you've been catching. So good job there. And also, Billy Grantham sent word that we've got the rut has started over there. Billy's all excited. The rut over in the Appalachia area, that's over in Jackson County. He said the rut has started. Now, Billy knows what he's talking about. You got to keep in mind, he's in the woods constantly. He worked part-time at the Appalachia Wildlife Management area. He sees what's coming in. He's at the check-in station or check-out station. So be aware of that. I've got an email, a great email here as far as good news. This is coming from Mike Fitzgerald. The 2019 derelict vessel removal grant guidelines. Winston, we have a problem with derelict vessels throughout the bay. This program pays 100% of the cost. I do not know players in the county or the cities that could benefit from this program. Can you spread the word? Thanks, Mike Fitzgerald. So here, basically, this is awesome news. The FWC, and thank you for doing this, will pay 100% of all removal costs incurred by counties and cities as reimbursement. Applicant no longer required to match 25%. So now, at first, it was able to match it. Okay, so all you do is fill out the funding. So we want to get, if you have some derelict vessels in your area, and there's still a bunch of them out there. They came in and got the ones so obvious, but there's still a bunch of them sort of partly underwater. So it's not going to cost anyone. FEMA's come through with the money now, and we appreciate them doing it, appreciate FWC spearheading it. So we got to do our part and calling up the FWC, touching base with them, tell them we've got one over there, so and so. I know there's a couple of them up around Deer Point Dam, and I hope we're going to get those. I know there's some over in West Bay, down here in St. Andrew Bay. There's a bunch of them. And I don't know about if we got St. Joe Bay didn't have that many. Apalachicola Bay didn't have that many salt, but it'd be a good time to get them out of there. So I want to make sure y'all know that. I have some more pictures I want to show you, but I don't have time to get to them. We're going to run out of time. I'll get to you tomorrow. Tomorrow. First thing we're going to do tomorrow is finish our top 10 list. We're going down to number 6 or 7, but that's been a struggle this year to get it all done. But we're going to get it. Now I know if you're like me. I think everybody's behind this year because school's not out December 20th, and I'm programming when school is out. I still, even though I'm retired, I'm still programming to go get the presents and all that kind of stuff. And so school gets out Friday, and then for Christmas, when is Christmas? Less than a week. It's next Wednesday, so a lot of last minute things being done. But there's some good buys. Go down to Sunjammer, C&G, Blue Water. I mean, they got everything you need for an outdoorsman. And it's going to be exciting. I've got some really good stuff, and again, those 5-point cameras are really cool if you want to get something outdoors and doesn't have one. And also so many games. I was thinking the other day about we used to play frisbee golf, and that is a lot of fun for the whole family, especially on Christmas afternoon. Get out in the yard and out on the road. Don't play in the street, but just have different. Set up a trash can. You just be innovative and think up stuff to do. So, and it gets you outdoors doing stuff. It's a fun family activity. Like I say, it's a lot of fun. Got to get out of here. Got a big show tomorrow. We're going to give away some seafood. Got a fishing forecast coming up and all kind of cool things to get ready. And if you got a favorite show now, let me know. We'll start putting them in for next week after Christmas. And we'll wrap it up. Thank y'all for watching the show. Have a great day. Do something good for your fellow man, and God bless.
Thanks for watching America's only daily outdoor TV show, Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester, featuring hunting, fishing, and other activities and information to help you enjoy the great outdoors. Join us next time for Panhandle Outdoors.